Oh, good morning. I want to talk about a moment's blindness that really alarmed me. And it was for real. See, I have had an inflamed neck for months now, and it can come right back on you if I get in a draft or get it cold. It'll be worse. So I woke up a few days ago with it stiff, crackling, and I thought, uh-oh. I got on my feet. I was kind of queasy. I've had a massive inflammation in my neck, which was really bad when I was in my late 40s. So I've got a pattern in there, that it left me susceptible. And
yeah, it's in there, folks. I can see it from here.
Can you see it? Oh.
Yeah.
But anyway.
And it's disgusting looking. It's got
I got up and I came down to dogs, and your eyes are muscles too. And where I got it was right through here as well as my neck, because the air in my air conditioning blows right down on my face, and I'm just very, very susceptible to drafts. So this part got inflamed too, all across here and my neck. And so I was sitting down here at Doc's, and I focused on his big TV, which is right too close, and it's big, and I can kind of feel a strain when my eyes focus. Well, I've had in the past what I call glitches.
The biggest TV you ever had was 20 inches.
Yeah, and this is like 50.
Now that's not working.
51 or whatever. And but anyway,
no, it's only like 48. Big deal.
Only 48. But anyway,
why do they always want to make things bigger?
I went to. I was sitting here, and it went through this process of focusing, and I went momentarily blind. Oh, I thought, well, it'll come back, and it did
it's
come
known
back.
as hysterical blindness.
Oh, hysterical!
Yes,
Nothing hysterical about it. It was
that's the
muscle.
Clinician's word for
it. Was
hysterical
the focus,
blindness.
And I thought, oh my God.
You have so many problems in your life that you want to just blot out everything and go.
So there's nothing like going momentarily blind that'll make a believer out of you. So I thought, oh my God, I have done eye strain to the max.
Hysterical blindness is only a temporary
it isn't.
thing.
Here is a person who has strained
now,
her eyes.
I have a tumor in my brain, see, and I know the difference between that.
Oh yeah,
I don't go around spreading the word though.
I'll let him tell you his horrifying story that he shared with me only after I told him what happened to me. And anyway, I knew that I had violated all sense by continuing on writing, reading I've always strained my eyes.
Yeah, but your television doesn't even work. Now what you do is you sit in front of that little bitty monitor there, and you got your nose pressed against it.
Internet, and I write, and I'm writing a novel, and I read. I just got through reading a 900-page novel. Well,
that's not a novel. That's like like Plato's The Republic. 9 volumes long.
I've always strained my eyes, and here I am, and now here I've got this inflammation in my eyes, and I went, and I thought, oh my word, I can't have any more of those kind of glitches. So I thought, I've got to cut way back, and so I started cutting way back.
You know what I told you to do?
I
close your eyes whenever you come into my apartment.
Anyway, I cut down, way down on all my activities involving close, where my eyes have to focus like that, causing this glitch, what I call it. And every day that I cut back.
Look up in a dictionary. That's not a glitch.
I know, but I just term it that. And anyway, I have got. Every day I've gotten a little better.
You live by your own lexicon.
And I didn't have one the next day. I almost had one, but where I went completely blind. But it just felt like it. And But the next day I didn't have hardly any. As long as I keep working at something where my eyes really don't have to work very hard, they just have to look.
Do you want to?
I'm better.
Are you going to actually tell them what you play with yourself with?
What? What are you talking about? Huh?
Scrabble.
Oh, Scrabble. Yeah, I play Scrabble. And Scrabble.
Does she ever lose at Scrabble? I don't think so. Constant winner at Scrabble.
My eyes. But then I came down here and I told him about going temporarily blind. I didn't tell him at the time it happened because, you know, I had to think about it. And he told me that he's gone temporarily blind a couple of times in one eye. And he said, oh, I think it's a tumor in back here. I go, is that what you still think it is?
Maybe I just made it up to make you feel better.
I wouldn't put it past him. Did you? Did you just make that up?
No. But there are times, though, when that your optic nerve, my right side and my left side, do not see the same colors. They're close, but they're not. But sometimes this one over here, you know, it just wants to shut down for a little while. You know, for like 10, 15 seconds. So I just thought I'd tell you that, but I don't have to go tell the world that. Do I? Is that something I have to tell the world? I'm sure a lot of people are going, you think you got a problem? Yes, I got a problem now. I like this one now. Listen to this. All you kids in the first grade that didn't get your polio shots, hold up your hands. Okay, you got to hold up your hand. I'm trying to interject a little levity into this. Now, hysterical blindness goes away.
It wasn't hysterical. It was caused
I thought it was pretty damn funny myself.
It caused for a reason.
I thought it was funny.
Eye strain. I didn't panic. I didn't scream and
holler.
I wasn't hysterical. So
hit your eyes.
It was fine. But I know people who have macular degeneration and they're gradually going blind. Well, they must.
Do you have
they feel quite a panic. No, I don't.
MD?
I don't have. But they must feel in quite a panic all the time because their eyesight is getting worse and worse. And I know I had an aunt who had it and her son had it. And they know they're eventually going to go completely blind. And I don't think there's anything more scary than the thought of being led around when you're blind, even though you're up there in age.
Well, let me ask you this question now that you brought up this horrible subject. If you had to go blind or if you're losing your hearing, which would you rather do?
Oh, I'd much rather lose my hearing. I've been losing my hearing a little bit at a time, but I can hear a lot. You know, I haven't really lost much.
Get your fix.
It's very annoying to him because he still has very keen hearing. He can hear.
Yeah, so my olfactory systems are pretty good too.
Yeah.
And my eyesight is not too shabby. I need, you know, cataract surgery, but.
And you know, there's another thing. I've only not worn glasses for a year, and I think I would have had inflammation in my eyes a lot sooner. But glasses protect you from the wind, from all kinds of cold air blowing. And I now that I don't wear glasses, of course, I really got this at night when it could.
Well, now see, this is another good reason for me to keep wearing glasses. Eyesight.
My air conditioning is strong, and a lot of times it feels cold, so it's created a problem. If I can survive my air conditioning, as for being out on the street, homeless, forget about it. I would be a month probably, and I would be frozen. I'd be blind, I'd be... So, and people back east probably just laugh at somebody in Arizona thinking that they're getting inflammation from a draft. But I always was susceptible. I'd be saying, there's a draft, there's a draft. Get that baby away from that draft. have to. I was always petrified of drafts. Well, as it turned out, I was
You're
raised.
petrified of a draft.
Well, because
Petrification
for
means
some
you're
reason,
some kind of a law
I
or
was
something?
raised in very cold, unheated houses, uninsulated. You can't imagine. I was never warm at night.
You know, I think one of the problems,
And
one of the
even
problems
if
you have to, you had outdoor
wells.
plumbing. Now, if you have to go to the bathroom at night and you don't have a chamber pot and you got to walk outdoors.
Go outside, get cold.
Oh, and sit down. Oh my God. Wow.
So anyway, I was raised in a draft. Tons and tons of drafts, which I think got me susceptible.
Well, what's that got to do with your eyes?
Well, it eventually caused eye strain, reading all on top of inflamed eyes. That's no good. So now I've got to cut way back on my reading, way back on my writing. I've got to go to more stuff that doesn't strain my eyes. So what's that going to be? I've got to change my way of life. I have to accept the fact that I can no longer use my poor old eyes so hard, and got to let up. I use my eyes more than most people ever
You know
do.
what?
He does not read. The only thing he strains his eyes doing is watching this TV. But me, I'm home writing on the internet and reading.
I read the TV guide. What?
He reads the TV guide. Reading 900-page novels as often
If
as
the
I
TV guide
can
gets
find.
900 pages, I'm not reading.
You know, in
That's
high
really
school,
bad.
I strained my eyes so bad. I wasn't used. I moved to the city, and I wasn't used to
I
having
think
all
I
these
got a
books.
hernia in high school. But
So
I didn't get from
I
reading.
would take books home from the school library, from the public library, and I would read a book a day. And my eyes got so strained that I couldn't turn them from side to side, or they would hurt. That's eye strain.
How come you didn't get Evelyn Wood's speed reading? You know. Remember
Well,
when that used to be
I
Evelyn
speed
Wood's
read.
speed reading.
I'm very
I can read a
speedy.
book a day. And I'm okay. I can read a book a day.
Yeah,
and
and sometimes
I'm
I'll
okay.
get a book that fascinates me and I'll just read it for hours. And I know very well I'm going to strain my eyes. My eyes will be suffering, they'll be screaming, you know. So,
What happened when you read Lady Chatterley's
but a
novel?
moment's
When
blindness
you read Lady
suddenly
Chatterley's novel, did you read
snapped me back to reality. And I said to myself, I don't want to be blind from eye strain, for heaven's sake. I'm going to cut way back, people. I'm going to change my way of living. I'm going to go to talking to people more, talking on the phone more, be more social, instead
Change
of
your way
communicating
of living. Change
by
your way of
email. I will be talking to
living.
them.
Nobody loves you when you're old.
I went down to the washroom and spent all afternoon yesterday talking.
Yeah.
See, I
Oh
hardly
my
was even
God,
talking
you
to
gotta
people.
be
I was
kidding.
communicating by email. I have a wonderful phone service. It doesn't even cost very much money. It's an online phone. I could be talking a whole lot more. In fact, I told my sister I need to talk more, and she called me up, and we talked for 3 hours. An hour and a half in the morning, and she called me back that night, and we talked another hour and a half. Woo!
How can you talk for an
I wasn't even used to it. I was going like,
half?
well, she's telling me all about the revolution in San Francisco, the poets. She's found the spiritualist church. She's found the artists. She goes out and has coffee with all kinds of interesting people in San Francisco. It was interesting. And so I believe that I can discover the world and do new things, because a moment's temporary blindness is really quite an eye-opener.
All right. Now I want you to be
Woo.
reassured now that I know what I'm going to get you for Christmas.
What?
A book of Braille.
A book of Braille. No, so I'm feeling,
Just to get you used to not being able to
oh
see.
my goodness, my goodness, my goodness.
Okay.
Well, we're never too old to learn. We're never too old to change our course. So,
That's the 2
That-
minute, 3
that's
minute, 1
what
second
I'm talking
warning.
about today. As believe you me, when I went a little temporarily blind there for a minute, I just going like. It was an experience.
Well, it is, you know.
And
See-
I'm still not out of the woods, you know, I can still feel the strain in my eyes.
Well, you know, here's
They got strained pretty
I have
bad.
seen guys drink. It would just fall over on the floor and hit their head, you know. Now that'd be a surprise to me. It's never happened, but you know, I'm sure it will someday. Yeah, that would be. Geez, I must have strained my liver or something like that. My brain must have gone out to lunch.
Right, right. So you have to, moderation. So,
You're still getting a book on Braille, though, all right?
thank you.
You're quite
You're so
welcome.
helpful.
I know. I like to help.